Extendo.
Just start doing Migos ad-libs.
Yeah, he's better at rapping than ad-libs.
Right.
Extendo.
This nigga's the worst rapper I ever. Just like, he said extendo. Nintendo.
How'd you know I was going there?
Nintendo.
How'd you know?
We're just friends, though. You ain't my kinfolk.
Jump in the benzo.
Shout out Lorenzo. Call him Big Benzo. In that bitch, and we blowing big endo. And I'm chilling with my kinfolk. Copy that. Set 10-4.
We got to the edge of the ship, bow foe.
Cricket.
Warning. The contents of this podcast are informational in nature, and neither Chaim, nor Kel, nor I, nor Random Realness is engaged in the provision of legal, tax, or any other advice. You should seek your own advice from professional advisors, including lawyers and accountants, regarding the legal, tax, and financial implications of any financial decision you contemplate. Additionally, the information shared on this podcast is not intended to be a substitution for diagnosis, treatment, or informed professional advice. You should not take any action or avoid taking any action without consulting with a qualified mental health professional.
Welcome to the show, Random Realness, episode
71.
71. I'm your host, Chaim, here with my motherfucking co-host, J. What? How you doing, boy?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Untuck that lip,
yeah, I'm doing well.
I felt the racism just shoot up about 50%.
Because the way you put the stank on the name, I was about to say, what? What?
And my other co-host, Kelly Kel. What up, gang?
It's all good over here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You chilling?
You know, I'm living life a little bit. Life is lifing.
As it does for everybody. How you been, Thug?
How about you?
I'm good. I've just been life's lifing. You know, work been kicking my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Busy.
You know what I'm saying? Got rid of the office manager at the job spot. You know what I'm saying? So niggas been picking up the weight. Everybody trying to learn a little something extra. You know what I'm saying? Get new safes in the building. You know what I'm saying? New combinations, shit like that.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, you know, just been busy. Fucking slacking on some shit, but like you said, life is life.
Life is life.
That landscaping jumped out of nowhere. Socked me up.
I was gonna say, I seen you. Them pictures are fire.
Yeah, but I'm talking just normal maintenance too.
Oh,
not
yeah.
even the project. We're gonna leave that for a second.
He said just mowing the lawn, nigga. I'm sick of it.
But I mean, if your week was already busy, then it's now mow the yard, fucking weed whack, fucking lay the what is that? The shit where you get the little green thing and you have the seed to try to kill the dandelions.
Oh yeah, the fertilizer, or not the fertilizer, but the I know what you're talking about. Tom's Scott's.
Yeah,
Scott's yard controller or whatever it's called.
Zamzo, call yourself running off from Zamzo's, nigga. You're like, hey, I don't have to see you again. They're like, you'll be back. You'll be back.
I know you're gonna need another bag.
Yeah.
Do you like DIY landscaping or do you hire somebody?
For the big projects, we hired somebody this time. But I sent him this picture where there was a tree and I chopped a circle around the tree.
So you know how like if basically the grass grows to the base, like the root over the roots of the tree.
Oh, gotcha.
This nigga cleared a dirt round.
Oh, you actually unrooted the tree.
Like you can see the top of the roots and there's no grass around it.
Didn't unroot it?
Right. No.
The tree still exists. It just has that like cool little ring around it that looks professional.
Oh, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
He degrassed the roots of the tree, basically.
We might toss some rocks.
Made a perfect circle around that bitch that did look clean.
Yeah.
Did you put a barrier on it, nigga?
Not yet.
You didn't want to do the rock barrier. Now look at you.
Oh man, dog. The numbers.
Now look at you.
No, the numbers start adding up and shit. Like, damn, check us out. We went into this project.
I was listening. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
He said, first project, Antonio asked me if we wanted to do the barrier where the rock bed, we would put the rock bed by the front. I'm like, nah. Goddamn kids got rocks all in the grass.
Guess what we're doing right now? We're doing that.
Oh, in the front?
In the front too.
There you go.
And like, dog. So like the way landscaping works, it's like, oh yeah, that's about $2 a foot. And then you're like, oh okay, that doesn't seem that bad. How many
80
foot?
feet.
Oh, it's 137. You're like, damn. Or like, and that's just the material.
Right.
Then it's like the labor comes in. You start the numbers start doing somersault and like everything. What our budget when we went into it was that, like, say 50% less than it is now. You know what I'm saying? And it still don't feel like getting all the pieces that we want or need. But he definitely is top tier landscaper.
He don't. That's the thing. There's no cutting corners with that nigga.
Yeah,
he don't play that shit.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, hire somebody else.
Yeah.
Because when your shit's fucked up in 2 months, nigga, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Because I told you we weren't doing this.
Yeah.
You ain't lying, nigga.
He fucked up. But he
we had some
empowered
sprinkler
me.
issues. That nigga said, he said, all right, yeah, I'll come over. I'm like, yeah, that one's broke. That one's messed up. I just need that one replaced. He said, no, what we need to do, this one's hitting your house. We're going to pull this one 5 feet this way. I said, nigga, I'm not digging a trench. I don't care. It's cool. I'll do it. Nigga saving the paint on the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, he don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just like little things because he's the homie. He's like looking out. Even though it's extra work.
That's tight.
You know, he goes the extra mile, so it's fire. Shout out to Antonio.
Shout out.
What's his lands? What's the company?
He's out. He went out on his own this year, so I don't know the name. It's Antonio to me.
Yeah, so nigga Antonio. We call him Bucho. If you need it, hit me in the comments if you need a landscaper.
Top tier landscaper too. While he was at my house, the neighbor strolled over and he's like, "Can you build me a gravel lot?" And he's like, "Yeah, I can do." You know, like he can do anything, anything.
Yeah, he legit builds like paveways and all that shit. Like he'll turn a grass spot into a brick parking spot. Like
that's tight.
Hand singly brick by brick lay. It's just wild.
He's gonna be in me. Like
he's gonna be in you. Excuse me. What the fuck did you
He's gonna become an expense item in our budget. I'm telling you, dog.
That's for Mac Shops. God, he's gonna. Why did he just say it with his heart too? He's gonna be in me.
I'm saying the value that he brings is undeniable.
So he wants to be in you.
Like I wanted to try to finish it to say he's gonna be into my pocketbook for a long period of time, right? And then I just said he's gonna be into me, and I'm just like damn, I had to like pause, but like
no, Diddy, he's about to be in him.
You know how they're like, I'm in that 20 over there, you know what I'm saying, with shooting dice. Like, I'm in that 50. Don't play. I'm in that 75 now.
And when he looks at you, he's like, I'm in that.
Yeah. What do you mean? He literally is. Like check this out.
Do you understand what he's saying?
Yeah, I understand what he's saying.
He just keeps doubling down.
I'm not going to be able to get back on track.
He literally is the same.
Think about this.
You're a menace.
What he said isn't false though. If it's still in the same context of like he's gonna be into my pocketbook, he's just playing off of it. So like, there's no stopping what's happening right now. It wouldn't have mattered if I said no. He said, "Also no." No, I'm just joking.
He said, "Oh, now you're denying it." He did it.
Yeah. But yeah,
God, I'm sorry.
I mean, he'll just walk around the yard.
You don't feel like you want to stop the bleeding though. Like you just kind of open the wound.
Yeah, but some of these things are mandatory, right? And after I've seen some of the things that he had to go through, like if
you do know, I'm talking about him coming for you.
Oh.
No Diddy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't talking about this play of the value add that is being
thrown onto your house.
We can go to that now.
Okay, so you're walking around the property, and he's like, I'm like, yeah, we want to do that. He's like, I can do that, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's sweet. This project that he's doing right now, me and my wife felt like, oh, we could probably just do it. Like we saw some pavers on Facebook, and we were going to get
different.
It's way different. That's what I'm saying. Like
different.
if we would have went and tackled that problem, we would have had a lake in our backyard.
Yo! What's up, partner? What up, boy? What's up? I see you. Yeah. Hey, I just want to ask you a quick question.
What's that?
You from around here?
No, I'm from Montana.
Okay,
You
you
know
just
what I'm
moved here, huh?
Yeah,
I can tell you don't
yeah.
drive like us.
Yeah.
Real quick question.
Yeah.
Who insured you?
Colin.
Colin Lano?
Yeah, Colin Leno. I call Colin.
Really? What's his phone number?
208
Uh-huh.
639
Okay.
0412. You know I call Colin.
I just talked to this other cat driving this nice whip.
Uh-huh. Oh, you saying this?
He said Colin too.
Oh, yeah, he does them all.
Okay.
I got a fleet of vehicles.
Okay.
You
I'm
know
gonna
what
call
I'm saying?
Colin.
Yeah, call Colin.
All right.
Call Colin Lano Insurance for all your insurance needs.
Because the what is it? Leveling it and like being able to build it up and sideways and all that stuff, we would have just been winging it, and it would have been like a disaster.
Absolutely, especially if your kids were out there running on it and somebody was rolling an ankle, bricks were about to be moving. For real though,
You
like
don't
this
have
shit's not easy.
the appropriate tools for what needed to be take place in our backyard.
Nigga, fuck the tools. The knowledge is the main thing.
Knowledge,
Yeah.
tools.
That shit
it
is
would have took
ridiculous.
us 7 years.
He said, yeah, 7 months later, we're about 2 rows in.
Yeah.
He said, it's done right, though. It's done right.
Like,
But yeah,
oh,
that shit's crazy.
shit.
Nigga, when I used to do landscaping, we had to do some shit. Boy, moving shit.
Yeah, I love
moving
landscaping.
shit without the proper equipment, moving these big ass rocks, and it's like, this shit took 4 hours longer than it needed to.
yeah.
You know, so I feel that. Got get a nigga's life on standstill, huh?
Yep.
Like Drizzy and K Dot. We got everybody just out here waiting,
I was landscaping, listening.
anticipating.
Yeah.
I don't even think did rap stop besides them. I didn't see no other new songs come out.
I haven't either, actually.
I think you're onto a good point.
Niggas, there's been 17 diss songs dropped. No other song, no other music is being played. I saw Kanye West at church the other day listening to God, and I'm like, all right.
Listening to God.
I swear to God, I'm always out there on stage getting that paper in the churchly manner.
If you were an artist right now and you were supposed to drop in May, or you were supposed to drop in the last 2 or whatever,
Last
as soon
week,
as it
right.
stopped, you were like, no, we're not doing that. We're pushing it back because not a single person is going to hear my album.
I think at a certain point, people are going to be like, nigga, is this shit going to stop? You know? Because I feel like it's already getting messy.
Oh,
Not like,
it's super messy.
yeah.
And I feel like, oh my gosh, the Kendrick Lamar when he just went straight and started bringing kids in it and stuff. I was just like, whoa.
I thought Drake did that first. Regardless, I would like you to know that I think it's a problem. I think it's a problem regardless.
Drake's record, he never talked about Kendrick Lamar's kids, period, until after Kendrick did the Grams or something like that. Like,
Oh, so did Graham come before Family Matter?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought Family Matter came before the Meet the Grams. I actually might have taken
I think
a
that was
screenshot and see.
after. That's
Somebody
I can
posted,
honestly
it was like,
say-
in case you guys are trying to keep up.
I can honestly say I'm not sure because I'm upset at them about it. Granted, I did just hear the last part, but up until the Grams, that's when I tapped out because they broke my code. I don't like when people involve women or children. So
I feel like women have always been like pretty much at the root of most of these battles.
Yeah, that part is okay, but
kids.
yeah, but in general, those are my lines that I don't think people should cross. I should say old people and children, not women.
Mm-hmm.
Like elders. They're the ones that once you cross the line. And Drake did it. It didn't matter to me. But when Kendrick did it, if I felt some type of way.
When did Drake dissed elders or he
No,
dissed
Drake
kids?
made a comment about his kids.
Okay.
And when he did, to me, it was just like it's just, I see Drake in a different way where he doesn't seem like he has the same like rules, I guess. He has his own set of rules, which everybody does. But Kendrick's in my head have been like kids should be off limits because he grew up by a code. But I don't know.
know.
But
have you found the timeline yet? Because
No,
I think
I'm
the
just trying to
timeline is
find-
important
I'm
because
trying
I
to
feel
find-
like it was the 2 Drake songs, which was push ups, and then the one where he did the AI with Pac's voice and Snoop Dogg's voice saying, "Hey, give me a response." Then Kendrick Lamar did 2 back to back. Then Drake went Family Matters. Then Kendrick, I think, hit him with 1 more or 2 more, and then Drake did I think it was yesterday, the Heart of the Six or something.
Oh yeah.
And Kendrick
Part
Lamar's
6.
in those the 2 songs in between, or the back to back songs. He started going in on, your daddy's been trying to hide you and all that kind of stuff, and he's not a man and blah blah blah. Which it like
Is it so? You guys heard that after Kendrick dropped "Not Like Us." He said, "Yeah, fed you all the wrong information."
on the 11-year-old daughter. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
one of his get backs in the song. Is he was like, "Hey, I put that information in front of you. You didn't even fact check it, and you just took it and ran with it."
To be fair, I think that's weird. I would like to say I think it's extremely weird to. Like, I have seen that he has a goddaughter, maybe that's what he was talking about, whatever. But to falsely, to just lie about yourself, I think it's weird. I also think, I don't know. I
What
think
it
it's a
told me,
weird-
the way when I heard it, it was like, "Hey, I have somebody so close to your camp that I gave them information that you trusted them blindly and took it and ran with it. That's
I
how
thought
close
it was-
I am in your camp without you knowing. You think that you can't be touched. We hand fed you the information." Because you took it from somebody that he believed.
I thought it was like a conversation him and Drake had in my head. You're saying it was amongst his circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, "Hey, he hasn't responded in 2 weeks. Like, let's try to get him some stuff, essentially. He's going to take it, think it's ammo to, drop a track. And then he can come back and say that. I don't know if you guys heard. Did you guys hear Metro Boomin's sample?
No.
Okay, so April 5th, J. Cole disses Kendrick, 7-minute drill. J. Cole then apologizes April 7th. Metro drops his the 12th of April. Drake responds with push-ups April 13th. Rick Ross, damn, on your birthday? I know that made your dick hard. Rick Ross disses Drake on Champagne Moments April 15th. April 19th, Drake pressures Kendrick with TMF. April 30th, Kendrick drops Euphoria. May 3rd, Kendrick back-to-back with 616 in LA. Drake drops Family Matters. The 3rd, Drake drops Buried Alive parody on IG. The 3rd of May, Kendrick drops Meet the Grams an hour after Family Matters. Kendrick back-to-backs again with Not Like Us.
And then Drake just dropped yesterday.
11 years old, I bet he takes it.
The Heart Part 6.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
So
could say this.
Family Matters came first.
Family Matters came first, but in Euphoria, in the other track, Kendrick's going in on the kids.
Oh, okay.
At that, he had already started. The kids were essentially in his either the first one or the second one for sure. He was going on that angle.
I think going for kids, like I said, is off limits. I will say, after you hear that, you just read that list, I realize I'm not as caught up as I thought. So
Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
yeah, and I'm not gonna go back. I'm not.
But
I'm not.
my thing is the nigga. Why didn't he just wanted to address the fake shit that he gave, the fake details? Why didn't you address the pedophilia shit?
I think he did address that,
How?
saying that it's kind of just like a dumbass line to try
It's
to
not addressing
You
it, just
fed
dismissing
somebody
it.
some. Is that what you're saying? That he fed somebody in his camp fed him that he was a pedophile?
No.
Just the 11-year-old
He-
daughter thing is the only
Yeah.
thing is that he's saying, right?
Yeah, and so his counter back to the pedophile thing was, and it was on the Heart yesterday where he was essentially saying, "Hey, I forgot you told everybody you got molested. This is your inner demons coming out to the forefront," essentially saying that he's overcompensating for something. That's why he's trying to call him a pedophile. He's like, "Oh, it's deep for you."
And then, so what about the video?
Wait, but I need it to be understood. That's hella weird. No man should make fun of another man for being molested. That's a weird ass thing to. For the
But
record.
no man should use the pedophilia as a thing unless you 1,000% have facts on it.
Speaking of facts,
Okay, that video. Let's talk about that video.
Yeah.
That video is Drake when he was probably 23
he
years
was
old.
23 and she was 17.
Supposedly. And that's why I said there would be a podcast about it if that
Where-
girl's
where-
No,
17.
supposedly.
Because I don't think that audio matches up well with that video. And then the part where he's like, when we touched breast, it was so good. There's obviously something that was clipped out of that. So that piece is completely missing. So why wouldn't they drop the part where he's obviously doing a lap dance or something that's supposedly shown in that video that you're watching? They're never close enough for him to make that comment.
So you don't think that the part that was edited out was just the performance part so that you could hear what was said next after the performance part?
Wouldn't the fucking lap dance or the whatever took place be the worst part?
No,
Like,
because
no,
not
because
worse than
you
the
could-
age.
You could hug her and he could feel her breasts. So he could have just been up there singing to her and then gave her a hug at the end and been like, man, I can't go to jail right now, or whatever he said. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I don't.
The piece where it's like saying 17, it's like it's not to me. It's not like 100% like it's lined up with the way AI is. You sent that reel just like a week ago where it was like Caitlin Clark talking crazy and it looked smooth as fuck. This was on like a Sanyo 8100, so it would be even easier to add an audio adjustment to it. So to me, there was just enough of it that made me go, it's still not on the hook. And that's why I said, hey, if he was 23 when that happened, he's 37 now. That's 14 years. That 17-year-old is now 31. She's going to be on a podcast going, I'm that girl.
Why would she do that?
Why wouldn't somebody's going to go, I'll give you 500,000 if you come on here and tell us what happened.
But maybe she doesn't want to.
Okay, well then there's not enough evidence.
But you don't believe so is this the first time you've ever heard about Drake being
Pedophile, yes.
Oh, then never mind.
So I think Drake's I guess we talked about it on an episode. He is college girls to 25 years old. 20 that's like his core, I would say his core competency, and I can see him still playing in that lane. At least when he was 23, I bet you he was in the 18 range or 22 range when he was on Cash Money 14. I don't know. I had somebody sent me a reel that was showing all these tweets that he did, and they're like, "Oh, he said this, and this makes him a pedophile." That's 2009. 2009, so that puts him at 24. 2012, he's like 26, 27. So he could be at the 18-year-old door at 27 easily, which is just a college girl. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying his box could be that easily. Like his music is tailored to that, and I feel like when Joe Budden was getting off on it was because they get mad that he can just stay doing the same exact things.
I don't know what you're talking about with Joe Budden.
Joe Budden's like, he's rapping about having
fucking 25-year-old girls.
Yeah, and it's like Joe Budden would fuck 25-year-olds if he could, but he don't got it like that. He doesn't have the persona or the personality or anything to even still be appealing to that demographic. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's easy to say stop doing that when you're only a nigga that can only hit 35-year-olds when you're 45. Like that's as low as you're going to go because you look like you're not even appealing to that demographic.
But I think that's not the point.
Thank you.
So you have to believe that video is real, and I'm saying there's too much of it to make it feel like not correct. So at that point, it's still just Kendrick saying, this is who you are.
Right.
And I think to me, to take it to pedophilia is a super low blow unless you know it's 1,000% facts. And if it is, it will come out in due time. that video has enough shoddiness in it for me to be like, okay, no, this with the way deepfakes. If deepfakes didn't exist, like if we talked about this 5 years ago, I wouldn't be able to deny anything. I wouldn't even be thinking that it's a consideration. But with AI and deepfakes, anything is possible. And so that's why it's like the internet will go find that girl. If that girl, the internet finds out everything. The internet, they have a what is it called? A team that's out there just working overtime. That's all they want to do is just try to find dirt. So this girl's going to be found. And I imagine that she probably is going to be on a podcast.
But that's what I said earlier, is that if she gets on a podcast, everybody's saying, oh, she's just doing this to get paid. So what does that matter?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose.
What exactly? That's not. Regardless of what she does, there's going to be a justification because it's Drake. If it was me fucking a 20-year-old or a 19-year-old or an 18-year-old, niggas would have a super problem with it.
If you...
and that's like...
So 18, 19, 20, legally, there's no issue.
I know,
pedophilia is...
I know, legally there's not a problem, but that's what I'm saying.
Are you defending this right now?
That's what...
Is this like your actual defense? You are defending a grown-up having sex with an 18-year-old child.
I am saying that pedophilia is a serious crime, a serious issue.
And to you, this is not a serious issue.
No, hold up. It is. Do I think it's like he should be doing it? No. Is it illegal for him to do it? No. He can knock down every 18-year-old that he wants. That's why it's in the laws. The 18 is you can go to war age. 18 is the blah, blah, blah. If it is a societal issue, they need to move that number to 21.
No, they don't, bro. You got your own moral compass.
Morality, I'm saying morality.
Right now, it feels like you are defending a grown-ass man regardless of his status. If he was a bum, if he's a stranger, a complete stranger who just happens to be beautiful, and he has sex with an 18-year-old girl, it feels like to me you are saying that is okay.
A 37-year-old having sex with an 18-year-old is wrong.
A 25-year-old having sex with an 18-year-old is wrong.
Is wrong.
Okay.
Is wrong morally.
So we need to
stop defending morally.
But, so then we need to even stop defending.
Calling somebody a pedophile. Look up pedophilia.
I think there's different levels of pedophilia.
So
I definitely don't think it's the same as like touching a 6-year-old child.
A 17-year-old is completely... A 17-year-old one day from being 18 is 25 years. An 18-year-old is 0 time.
And that whatever.
It's morally wrong, but legally
I don't care about legality. Okay, I guess
my thing is
follow those rules.
In how you said there'd be a team that would like look it up, like find the girl or whatever. Why has there not been? This is the actual video with the audio.
Because it's manufactured. That's what I'm saying. If it's there, there's no hiding it. That person is going to sell the full video to TMZ for $20 million. The page that you sent that from is some obscure person that has.
I'm saying the actual video. If you're saying that that's fake, why aren't they saying, "Oh, this is the actual audio of this video. Here's the real video."
In 2009. He's not as popular as he is right now. He's not recording his night in wherever that is.
That video is out there to be doctored, right? Where's the actual original video then?
I don't know.
So that's what I'm saying. As easy as it is to say, oh, well, that's doctored. You could say it's not doctored because there's no footage of the actual video too.
Because if they show the actual video and it's not that presented like that, it's a nothing video. If he goes up and
he was saying he'd be able to clear the air if he did that.
But why would if that's like they're so worried about it? Why would they not have a team? I'm sure there's Drake stans that are out there that are looking for it and they can't find it because there's not an original video. I looked in the comments and everybody was like, "Damn, this nigga's a pedophile. This shit is crazy." Nobody was like, "This is doctored." I didn't see not one comment say that. Or here's a link to
watch the video with the critiques that I had on it.
Right.
Just watch it like that and watch where it's like it there's a piece missing from it, and go, hey,
I love when you go.
Well, because it's up for debate. It's not automatic. I'm not saying take it from me. Like, just like when somebody shows you something, you can choose to take it as gospel. You can choose to challenge it. You can choose to do your own research, and that's where we're at right now. And with deep fakes, it makes everything 1,000 times harder than it ever has in the history of having to consume information or taking information. It's like. You have to, in today's age, you have to be an independent thinker, and you have to do your own research, and you have to, you just have to be comfortable with coming up with your own determination.
Drake needs to hire a better team. Taylor Swift, they would never do this to her. Drake needs to have, I'm so serious. Drake needs to have all those people that just sit on computers all day and just block all videos that
are negative about them. Said, fuck that. You ain't saying shit about me.
You guys need to hear Metro Boomin's BBL Drizzy. Okay. And it is just a beat that has a chorus that's like BBL Drizzy, BBL Drizzy. And I mean, I'm telling you, the shit slaps. There's not a verse on it.
Is that what it's called?
Hook. Yeah, BBL Drizzy. I don't know if you're hooked up to the thing, but I think we could probably play like 8 seconds of it before
BBL Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy. It might have to be on Metro Boomin. Might have it on there, but I'm sitting there going, God damn! Like they're.
It says King Wilanius.
It's
that album, I guess.
Yeah, it's Metro Boomin. Oh yeah, that's exactly who I would think they would try to put, because it sounds like it sounds like
it's gonna be loud. Here we go.
BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
What's
yo?
I'm going
BBL.
We can all tell.
Anywhere well.
Oh, but that didn't even hit. You gotta let when the hook drops, like, because when it starts, you know, Metro put his little things on it, like maybe fast forward a little.
I'm thick.
Nah, I don't think you gotta go to YouTube. That's it, but that's not the Metro Boomin touch, because it sounds like I'm pretty sure people are gonna jump on the track. I think what is happening is he's gonna have that out there, and then people.
Oh, Rick Ross is for sure gonna get on it because he's the one who started
genius marketing.
BBL Drizzy. So who you guys got winning the beef so far? I don't even have to ask you.
I will say I'm officially tapped out, though, because it's going too far where it feels like I'm entering their group chat. But I think Kendrick is the best lyricist, and I think Drake's a better entertainer.
I still got J. Cole with the best diss track out of everybody.
But he tapped out.
I thought you said out of you asked me specifically out of these two. And then
out of these two, I got just Not Like Us got me turned. I'm not gonna lie to you.
100%.
It's got the whole nigga. Somebody says, go see 1,000 crip walks during this nigga.
OV-ho.
Yeah,
all right. Okay, what about the Kendrick? Like, okay, so essentially by going the pedophilia blow,
first? You know,
he had to fight. He
don't even want
to, nobody's even wanting to go with like the domestic violence claim that Drake is saying about Kendrick, saying you beat your wife. Or no, it's not his wife. He said you've been with her. You've been
proposed since 2015,
and you haven't got to the altar. Like, nigga, don't talk to me about fucking being a man.
I'm not gonna lie, it's super disappointing because this nigga pulled Drake's black card and you haven't said a thing about it in your captain solidarity, my nigga.
Him pulling Drake's black card?
Yes, multiple
as a light skinned representative, I'm like hella like. So he's saying because you're not 100% black.
That's not at all what he said.
What is he saying?
Because he's a culture appropriator.
How is he a culture appropriator? He's hip hop. He's black.
No. Listen, I don't. I believe that
his dad's from Memphis.
It doesn't. That's not what makes you black. Black is
what makes me black is my dad giving me the black experience.
It's who you exactly. You have a black experience.
Drake's
you are who
dad.
you are.
You're saying he don't give him the black experience? He's from Memphis.
This is what I'm saying. I believe that Drake is a character. Aubrey is who he is, and all we are seeing is Drake. I think that is who he is. He's a culture vulture.
That's Drake.
He is a culture vulture. Is how I personally see him. There are videos where when he was in Degrassi and he's talking about how like ignorant slang is and all these things, everything that he is now, he has said in his personal interviews about how terrible they are and how bad they are for the culture. But then when you could profit from it, now you're cool with it. It's a little weird.
And Kendrick was like, nigga, you went and learned all this from Future and from so and so. The nigga was name dropping.
And that I felt like that
was
showed
valid.
it. No, it wasn't.
We watched it happen in real time.
Future needed Drake.
It doesn't matter.
Drake delivered a paycheck to Future.
It doesn't matter. Then that means Future was bought.
No, I'm saying
point of it is,
Future's like, yeah, I'll collab with you because it's hella good for me and it's hella good for him.
It's not about no one's speaking musically. It's culturally. He's saying 21 Savage gave you a fake pass. He's saying that you got your language from Lil Baby. Whoever he is naming people, and he is saying where he got each piece of him from. Now that he's saying that, go back and listen to any Drake song. It is true. Drake has never been just himself. That's why we're watching a whole different change where he gets blacker and blacker the richer he gets. Every other real black person gets the opposite, right?
To get blacker, or they get more and more.
No, we become more and more proper because we are being more and more in this damn colonized world. That's what happens. You don't go the opposite way. You don't become more hood the older you grow up, and the more money you get, the more educated you get.
I still don't feel like Drake is hood. His albums are not. His albums are not shoot 'em up, bang bang albums.
That's not what I mean. I mean like how he tries to present himself.
He presents himself as a rapper.
Okay.
Like, you know, like I'm hearing what you're saying.
I just don't.
Rap is entertainment. If we held these people to the standard that has to be them, like Kendrick Lamar, what he raps about isn't him. So he's doing the same essentially impersonation. He's not a. He's not.
What I'm saying.
Okay. Kendrick Lamar, has he not got? He's more realer, he's the authentic truth.
I don't think he's gotten more violent. I don't think he's gotten more belligerent. I don't think he's gotten more any of those. But I also can say that I haven't listened to every single song and every single album, so I don't think it's fair for me to say that against a Drake fan. I can just say that I have listened to enough Drake. And I do believe the way that he evolves keeps looking more like a culture vulture than authentic. That's all I'm saying.
So on the Drake Kendrick, it's 2-1. But in Minnesota and Colorado, it's 2-0, and them boys are doing what it do. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards done flipped a switch.
Yeah, I know you said you ain't watched the games, any of the games.
But
I'm begging you, please, to watch a game.
I will.
Because that nigga is so special.
Are they going to run it?
I think they're going to sweep them. And so we were watching the game. I was at my brother's house watching the game. And it was like 5 minutes left in the second quarter. And we're like, nigga, Nuggets are about to have 30 points at halftime. They ended the game with 80. The champions of last year. 80 points in a playoff game.
NBA All-Star game had 212 points.
Yeah, I said, nigga,
each side.
I said, is this 1984, nigga? What 80 points? What's going on?
How many did Minnesota score?
120. Yeah,
they beat him by 40.
Bro, Rudy Gobert didn't even play. He had his son or had a daughter, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that's actually tight.
Yeah, so he didn't go to the game. And they blew them out by 40 points in Denver. Swept them in Denver. Okay, you're a Minnesota fan. You haven't seen a playoff win that really mattered, and since Kevin Garnett, right?
Oh yeah.
100%.
I was like, Isaiah Ryder. I don't know. I just know East Bay Funk, baby.
Since Kevin Garnett, and now imagine you just not swept, but you just stole 2 on the road. And you're coming there now. The team's coming home. Mm-hmm. What is the energy about to be like in that building? Like, there's no way they can lose, right?
Unless there's an injury. Knock on wood.
I think that, like you were saying before we got to talk about this on camera, the defense of the Timberwolves it's one of the best defenses that we've seen in this newer generation of basketball.
For real. It's like, when I was watching it, I was like, bro, they just had 4 people swing to the dudes that swung it from the top of the key, like skipped it to the corner, and 3 niggas slid to the corner. And I'm like, damn, everybody's helping. Everybody's playing for each other.
You talk about playing for each other. 100%.
That makes it so much easier. You know what I'm saying? Like if I trust that if I go help here, he's got me. Everybody's gonna rotate. And it's Cat. Carl Anthony Towns balling. He's been playing good, going against Jokic, and it's gonna get hard for teams down there. Cat,
I agree.
They got the 6th man of the year, Reed. He's a center too. That nigga's a defensive player, so they're just big in the paint. And then they got Ant-Man just.
That I keep hearing that he's a villain with a smile.
MJ reincarnated, nigga, is
honestly,
what people are saying.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Bruh,
he's special.
He is a dog, and that's the thing. He is a villain with a smile. I haven't heard anybody say that, but that's for sure. Like
I've heard
he's the type, the nigga to hit a shot and just be cheesing. Like he's not like barking. Like he's like, nigga, I just did that to you.
Somebody said it was Kobe with a Kool-Aid smile.
Oh God,
like he's that competitive, and he's not giving an inch, but he's talking to trash. Mm-hmm. But like for some reason, he has this charisma that he's like smiling and joking, and it's like sinister.
They swept the Suns, so they're 6-0 in the playoffs.
Did they sweep the Suns?
They swept the Suns.
I thought the Suns got 1 win.
No, swept because Bradley Beal was like, I ain't never been swept. I'll be damned if I get swept. And then after he's like, I'll be damned. Huh?
That's exactly what he said.
I'll be damned. Huh? But yeah, so they're 6-0 in the playoffs.
I think that they run their team like a college, and I say that because, granted, we're not in the locker room, but there's no way that they have that level of camaraderie. Like they really kick it. They have to actually spend time together,
and that's what I was thinking too. In those little markets, it's not like Minnesota's like has a crazy nightlife, or you're going. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they have, but it's not a fucking LA or a Miami or, New York. So.
And they're so young.
Side note.
Random motherfucker.
Stephon Marbury. When he played with KG.
Yeah.
In Minnesota. And they were dogging. The first time they made the playoffs and won the playoffs game. Da, da, da. You know why he left? The weather.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
He's like, I'm from Coney Island, right by the water, nigga. It's so cold there, it's different than like the weather on Coney Island is different than anywhere else in New York. But the weather in Minnesota is different. He's like, I almost died like 5 times. I spun out over going over a overpass, and so it's like, now imagine.
Yeah, they really.
Well, shit. That's my neighbor. That's my teammate. We're about to just chill. Our families are about to chill. You know what I'm saying? And the kind of person that Anthony Edwards is, he like carries himself like a vet.
Mm-hmm. I think he's the most mature man we've ever had the pleasure of witnessing. Like he's immature enough where damn well they probably have like, okay, that was gonna go like Nerf gun fights and right. They be like chopping it up. They really kick it. You can tell that he's like, all right, bring everybody's family out.
Timeline.
Let's rent the whole joint out and just kick it for the day. I can see him being that type of guy off the court. He seems like he's hella fun.
Right. Yeah, and he had 43 in game 1.
Yeah, and he got a slow euro. He has really brought back the slow euro.
I love.
It's beautiful.
The slow euro.
It's a slow euro step.
It's slow. Yeah, it's like a delayed step.
Yeah.
But I love it. Last year when he didn't make the All-Star. He was like, it's just not my time yet. He's not like bitter about it. And he comes out and he's just a fucking killer. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, it's not my time yet. I'm going to make it. He's just humble, but he's confident.
Yeah.
He has that I'm the best at everything mentality that Jordan has, and he wants to compete in everything. Like, so that same, I'm going to win, but he's like humble about it.
There was an interview but it started from at least when I started to notice him. He did an interview, and somebody asked him like when he flipped a switch, and he said one of his rival coaches pulled him to the side and said that he has been the biggest waste of talent he's ever seen, And he said, you could be the best player in this league, but you refuse to be. So what are you wasting your time for? Be here or don't type thing. And
do you remember
showed that
about
love.
9 or 10 months ago what he was in the news for? And now it don't even exist anymore.
Yeah. Getting a girl.
I do
When he's married, why he's married, like just got married, and then the baby started dropping.
Yeah.
Do you think that put the battery in his back?
I don't know.
Like, he's about to cut a check for that one, cut a check for that one, then he got the main one.
No, those are things that would destroy someone on the court.
I don't know.
You don't think
you don't think that he's like, I can't not get a next contract. I can't.
But that's the thing is he was trying to give her bread to not even have the baby, and then he gave her bread and she still had the baby.
Yeah, that was one of them. And then it was like right when he got married, another one dropped.
Oh, I didn't even hear about
so
that.
That's
me neither.
I didn't even hear about that.
I'll just say I always try to give him
wild.
the benefit of the doubt because I can't imagine growing up in front of a camera. But
1,000%.
because I think he's so damn childish off the court, but I love him on it.
Random motherfucker. It's another Ant story. Mm-hmm. So you guys know Jason Williams, White Chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was telling, I forget what podcast he was on. I think it was it's not Up in Smoke, but All the Smoke with Steven Jack and Martin. Kevin, what's his name?
Matt Barnes?
No, Matt Barnes, excuse me.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Them light-skinned Puerto Rican niggas fucking me up. But he was on there and he was saying how he was coaching AAU. He's like, yeah, we're coaching travel ball. And he's like, I'm at a big tournament, and Anthony Edwards is on my team, and, I have no idea who he is. And we start the game and he's on the bench. And the whole dude who's like throwing the event comes up to me. He's like, hey, why is number 2 not in the game? He's like, I don't know. Is he supposed to be? And he's like, yeah, he's the best player at the camp. He said, hey, Ant, get in there. He said, for who, coach? I don't care. Just don't come out. I said, dog, that's so fucking funny.
He wasn't coaching. He was just a figurehead.
Yeah, he was he was coaching, but he was there. But he didn't know who, obviously, all these random kids are, right? So, like, say you're an ex-NBA player, your kid's playing, one of your buddies is like, hey, I got a team, you son want to be on it, and do you want to coach it? You're like, fuck it, yeah, what age group? I don't know if his son was on the team, but I'm sure because he has kids that's in that realm, right?
And sometimes at all-star camps, what they'll do is, like, they'll bring a famous person in just to save face.
Right.
Like, we've had NFL coach, like we've had Sean Alexander coach the team that I was playing. For what? You don't know nothing about
basketball, right?
Yeah, right. But it's the same thing that it takes somebody else to be like, hey, you do understand it. And he came out though, and he was a dog.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. It's just like he's like, no, is he supposed to be? He's like, yes, nigga. Obviously, that's why I'm here talking to you. Duh.
I do want to say though, I think Jokic is a
generational talent.
Man. He's one of the best players in the league.
It sucks because I think he's going to be one of the people that retires early because he doesn't like America.
Yeah,
he doesn't like being here.
I agree, but he's so
that makes sense.
Like, nigga,
I mean, I can
when
understand
when
that.
they won the finals.
Oh yeah,
he said, "I got to stay here till Thursday."
Yeah,
like nigga, yes, you got to stay here. You just got. You're probably $250,000 bonus.
You're going to Disneyland, nigga. They gotta get you there.
Fuck. I want to see my horses. Goddamn it.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. After that,
yeah, but it's just like I think he's unreal. I pray to God we get the full No Diddy length of his career.
Oh, we won't.
Yeah, and I think he'll be done in like 3-4 more.
Yep, I agree.
Because it's not like he gets in the best shape. He's just very talented.
No. Nothing about him is naturally gifted, in my opinion.
I said he's just talented.
I don't think that his is. I think his is like he's really getting in the gym and he really does this as a job, just a job. Not like because I don't think people who are in the gym all day. I don't think you get better than somebody going in specifically working on something very specific, very intentional for 2 hours. Their 2 hours, if they do it with good intent, can do way more than you can in 6 because they're doing it with intent.
Are you saying that he's not in shape because of the way his body looks?
I would say he's not in shape from how he moves up and down the court. You could tell the nigga's the last one up and down the court every time. And I get he's the biggest nigga on the court, but that's my point.
How tall is he?
6'11".
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's big.
He's
big
lost
as
hella
fuck.
weight.
And he's skinnier, but I just don't think he's like, he doesn't care to be like, nigga, I could run all day.
That's what it is. I
That's
don't
what
think he cares.
He doesn't care to be like in elite shape because he's so skilled at his touch around the rim is so good and his vision so good and his IQ for the game is so high. He doesn't need to be able to be like Steph Curry and run you to death.
And I don't think it's that he doesn't. I don't think it's that he's not though. I just don't think he understands he doesn't need to be that.
Right.
But like if he had cannonball shoulders, maybe he can't get the passes off like you need. Maybe he don't have the touch that he needs.
He said he couldn't go like this.
Yeah, like
I hate you.
maybe he fucked with it and he was like
cannonball shoulders. I hate this.
Oh, wait, he
nigga.
said maybe. So you think maybe he got that buff and was like, this ain't
He
it.
said,
Well, it just didn't work for him, so he's like, "No, I'm gonna spend my time on these
Based
things."
off
that
of
make-
photos-
See, I was just about to say.
Based off of photos of him as a kid, that nigga ain't never been buff.
Yeah, he
No,
was.
no,
He knew early on. He knew early on
You know
not
what
to
I'm
fuck
saying?
with the
Solidarity,
formula.
my nigga, solidarity.
He knew early on.
I'm
Fucking-
gonna show you a picture of him as a kid.
Down 2-0, and this is not a pun. But two whistleblowers at Boeing are
God.
down since they came out and said Boeing got some problems on their jet.
The 737 in that case, just to let you know if you don't know at home, not one but two. Ra-ta-ta. No, it wasn't a gun. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Not one but two. It's just shot. They weren't shot. My bad.
This
Holy
is
fuck.
starting to fall into the.
Okay, quick question before
Yeah.
you remember what you're going to say. Does it being a second thing, make it not a conspiracy?
For me, it is.
Or did the first one
You
make it not a
can't
conspiracy?
even make this shit up, right? The Boeing
The chances of it.
are 0.000000001.
Right.
If you were a Boeing, you wouldn't even want the second one to go down because now it's like
What the fuck's going on?
It happened in the episode of Suits. Have either of you seen that show?
I've seen a couple of episodes, but nothing crazy. But yeah, I think it's like if you didn't believe the first time, it's just like, no, the nigga just died.
yeah.
I'm with you guys, but
You know
so
what
for
I'm
me,
saying?
when I saw the episodes of Suits and I saw this exact same thing happening in it, and then it showed like a big settlement at the end of it, but it was two people that died from it. And anytime I see things on TV, I'm like, dang, I wonder if that happened somewhere.
Right.
So it kind of already is a plug.
If this is
And
made
then-
off of right.
right? Like this has to be made off a story somewhere.
You got the article?
Yeah.
All right, read it to us.
All right.
Hold on.
Breaking
Wet your- You
news.
need to wet your whistle first. You good?
I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
good. This is
know why I
Master
did
Investor
that.
News via Earn Your Leisure. Second Boeing whistleblower dies after raising concerns about 737 MAX. That's kind of a little misleading. It's like it makes it sound like he died like directly after.
Right.
But this is still pretty bad. So I'm going to give you the body of it. It ain't that far of a stretch. He said a Boeing whistleblower who warned of manufacturing defects in the plane maker 737 MAX has died after a short illness. The second Boeing whistleblower to die this year. Dean, 45, a former quality auditor at Boeing supplier Spirit Aero Systems, filed a complaint with the Federal Aviation Administration alleging serious and gross misconduct by senior quality management of the 737 production line at Spirit. In 2008 and 2019, 237 MAX planes were involved in fatal crashes which killed 346 people. Dean was fired by Spirit last year and filed a complaint with the Department of Labor alleging that his termination was in retaliation for raising safety concerns. According to the Seattle Times, Dean was hospitalized after having trouble breathing. He was intubated and developed pneumonia and a serious infection before dying 2 weeks later.
And you know Boeing got money.
It's one of them, you just walking through the mall, somebody touches you on the elbow.
Oh, you're right. Got you. Come with me.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck.
Let me get you an orange Julius. You're like,
Make him a special.
yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's absolutely wild to me. Like, I I'm not like one to believe in the word conspiracy. You know, like I don't think like, oh, it's a conspiracy. I think you either believe it could happen or it can't. You know, like
Agreed.
Regardless of, we'll never know if that's the case. Like the Twin Towers, we don't know. We'll never know what really happened. Like you're not telling, you know. So everybody can have their own opinion. Blah blah blah. So for me, it's like I think it's not even out of the question. I think it's definitely
Fishy business happening right now.
definitely.
Did you feel that way after the first one? I don't remember.
I did, yeah.
I did too.
I
You
thought
After
did
the
it.
first one, I was like, I was
Yeah.
on the fence.
Okay.
I was on the fence.
Yeah, you're right. That's fair.
And then now it's like, dude, the best forecaster in the world couldn't even come up with a scenario where two of the whistleblowers would die in the same year.
That's
Yeah.
what's crazy. Like maybe if it's like, 13 months later.
Yeah, yeah.
But
still,
nigga,
that's
it's like 4 months ago.
Yeah, and the 45, the suicide. This one 45. Like,
Right.
God,
And that's what I was
dang,
going to
that's
say.
so hard.
The first dude, it being a suicide, that's one thing that like makes me, and I think we brought it up in that episode, is
Yeah.
that it's like, nigga, if you're going to court and fighting it, you probably have a good case. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're not going to go all that time, get close to the end of the trial and be like, fuck it! You know?
Especially when the smoke started heating up. Now the smoke's
Right.
there. It's
Everybody-
burning like this. And they're like, quality control manager,
Put salt on
next
it.
manager, step down. Like, they're like literally coming out and there's just more and more complaints happening. And it's like,
Yeah.
if the body count, well, the body count already has me where I'm like believing in RIP to these people. We're talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not real, but like, that's fucked up.
That's
Dang,
why
that's
we're
just-
talking about it like that, is because it's so unreal that it's real.
Yeah.
You know?
And if it gets to 3, 4, like
That's what I
how
was-
many people would they knock down?
Realistically, you see somebody else speaking up?
Or
After 2?
no, there are people more coming out of the woodwork. Like there's still people
But
coming
do
out.
you think they're
higher
still
up.
going to now that the second one's gone?
I
Because
heard
if you got a family, you probably a little quieter now.
I heard an article
You ain't
after this
lying.
one of another person coming forward.
Oh,
So
really?
I think they're starting to come in the droves. Like the smoke is out, and they're not going to put this
You
back
can't,
in the box.
you can't kill 15 niggas that are all saying the same thing at one time. Like, you just can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
It's a good movie.
You're a
you
percentage
but-
guy.
Yeah,
15 niggas that work at Boeing died after all 15 said, hey.
I bet Boeing is here soon, and their financial statements are going to have to start. They're going to have to start putting a number on what the settlement's going to be.
So, I don't want to make this a game at all. I just want to say, do you think somebody else another whistleblower will get hit?
No.
I think I didn't believe too, so why not?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
Dang, that makes it sound a little inhumane, but
That's
yes.
why I said I don't want to make it a game. I just want to know, like, because the probability.
Yeah,
know
if
what
you
I'm
just
saying?
spoke up and said somebody else came forward, I think, 3 times a charm.
I mean, I would literally just.
You think
I was already floored by this.
You think they make an example and fucking, I don't know.
No, they're
try,
gonna do
try
it.
to take a wave of them out at once on like an airplane crash or like a
737
shipwreck.
goes down.
737 Max. No, this one's good. We
I
double
was
check this
gonna
one.
say I could see it if they had it where it was something that appeared to be out of Boeing's control,
Yeah, it's
or the body just doesn't appear, because then they can never say that they killed him.
you ain't lying. So, speaking of body, shout out my nigga Uncle Charles.
Uncle Charles.
I don't know if that's his name, but he look like Uncle Charles, don't he?
His name Rick Slayman.
Sure, shout out to him. Boy got a pig kidney.
Yeah.
I said it, a pig kidney.
About him really looking like Uncle Charles.
Look at
Miss
that.
my Uncle Charles.
Charles. Head home, put 'em on, turn 'em on.
I see you at the Popeyes. I see you at the Popeyes, cause you ain't going nowhere. You got a kidney or pig kidney. We gon' get greasy.
Okay, so
Okay.
this nigga got a whole pig kidney and was released from the hospital, correct?
Correct.
After how long was his recovery in the hospital? Does it say, or do we know?
Shoot, let's see. modified pig kidney on March 16, 2024. This successful transplant marks a significant achievement. The past attempts with pig organs have failed. Wow. Impacting. So there's an organ shortage of over 100,000 people. So if this works, they could essentially
save so many people.
Yeah.
And we could get pork chops, my nigga.
And we could get pork
and
chops.
Bacon, my nigga.
And
ew,
bacon.
Shut up, nigga. Nobody asked you.
So
fair.
I guess how does I feel like this just took things to the next level in kind of a positive way, but I know there's a moral.
So my question would be: is the durability of the kidney going to be the same as a human? You know what I'm saying? Like the longevity of it, or is this nigga going to have to, like, say if I got a pig kidney at 20, is it only good for 25 years? Or, you know what I'm saying? Because I think pigs aren't as big as humans.
But if you could just always go back and get another one every 25 years, you'll probably
saying.
Your other parts that they can't counterfeit,
right?
You'll probably die,
right? But that's what I'm wondering is it's like, oh, do I have to get one, or is that nigga set for life now?
I just feel like a pig kidney is the one part of the pig that I've never heard anybody eat.
So
and pigs are the most. Granted, I think they're geniuses, and I would love a pet pig one day. But I think that they're the most disgusting thing that we put in our body. So I don't think this was good. I think there's another animal that we should probably be using besides a pig.
Nigga, you don't think they sterilize them?
It's not about the sterilization.
So
I just think like the quality of a pig. I think like pig.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Pork.
It's just tissue.
It's a pig's tissue. That still would matter based off of like.
But that's what I'm saying. You think it's different tissue than human tissue?
I'm saying I don't think it would be the best comparison. Like, why wouldn't we use a gorilla or something that human bodies already have?
Because there's not a gazillion gorillas.
Not yet, but if you can make anything else in a damn farm,
I can't stand
you could put anything else in
we
a
went to
baster.
the gorilla farm.
For real,
and
no,
you got ripped to shreds,
no, because this is why. Because if we're to a point where we're also doing like 3D damn body parts, why would we not try to just scientifically make something? I guess it just, I don't know, a pig. Like it just doesn't seem like the best option.
I don't think they want to like knock down gorillas or anything like that. Like they want to make it out of something that they believe
we already use as food. We don't eat gorillas and we don't eat horses and we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas eat. We can't use chicken kidneys.
Well, because they don't. It wouldn't make sense. But that's why I'm saying with a pig, to me in my brain, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know why somebody would agree. I mean, obviously, he was desperate.
He said, nigga, I'm going to die.
I was trying to search for an update.
Real quick.
No telling what I would try.
What does Nate Robinson need?
A
kidney?
Isn't a kidney.
Nigga, get a pig kidney, nigga.
Do not do that, Nate.
Oh, die, Nate. Don't get a pig kidney.
That's not what I'm saying.
So what? That's technically what you're saying.
No, I'm not going to lie to you. Nate's my cousin's cousin, so I see him more as a human. So I don't want this guy to take a pig's
His
kidney.
ongoing
He's already got it. That
recovery
nigga gone.
from
He's
renal
at Subway
kidney
right
failure.
now with his wife.
Nate had NBA insurance. He got to have other options. He can get like a baby's kidney or something.
Bro, you would think that, but if he's over here desperate,
You can't jump in line for organs.
Right,
They got black market.
Well, but
he said, she said, don't get a pig kidney, but get this stripper's kidney who sucks more dick than a little bit, coke addict, shot up a little bit, probably has AIDS. You'll be good though. Black market's way to go.
First off, I was just thinking of the guy they offed on the corner who owed somebody debt or something.
I wasn't.
Dang. You went super far.
Oh my god, she needs to get a black market. Oh, so one last tip.
Yo,
before we get out this bitch, you actually brought this to attention. You want to play the video, or you just want to tell us about it?
I think I'll just tell you about it.
Okay, go ahead. Don't tell me about it. Tell the people at home. I know.
So there was a video that came out. It was saying reweigh your chicken at the store. And so the lady was showing, hey, this package of chicken says 4.28 pounds. She puts it on the scale. For this price. And puts it on the scale to weigh. It's like 2 pounds. 2 pounds. And so.
And mind you, it's not like the ones where you're weighing vegetables and shit. It's the scale that's on the register.
Yep.
So like when you go to check out, it's like, oh, put it on the scale.
And
So
you know that
it's a digital scale.
But tell them what you also brought to attention about us considering.
What?
The package.
Oh,
and
the wrap, the package, the little, when you take the chicken out of it and it's got the little pillow underneath, all that shit's getting weighed with it. So now imagine how much you're really getting taxed.
to me, I only think that it was able to be pulled off because it was the organic chicken. I'm a bulk chicken.
He gets the chicken breast
steroid
like this.
chicken representer, and I know what 5 to 4 pounds looks like. If somebody put 2 pounds in my 4 pounds, I wouldn't have even fell for this. My people wouldn't have even fell for this.
But have you tried this yet?
I haven't tried this
Because
yet, but I
when
will
you fall
try.
for it, when you're like, nigga, I've been thinking I got all my 5 pounds. This shit said 5.5. I put it on the scale. It was 4.3.
So I
ever feel
think
a
there
type of
could
way?
be a little skin. I could think potentially.
So
I
are you
think
gonna try it?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna try it.
And keep in
But
mind,
I'm not pulling up. I
keep
wouldn't
in
have been
mind-
able to pull up that pack and said this says 4 pounds
But keep in mind.
because I would have saw it from the get go and be like, that's not 4 pounds.
But keep in mind.
Muscle weighs more than fat.
What? Even if it weighs what it says, that's included in the packaging.
Yeah, no.
And all the liquid that's absorbed into the little pillow and all that shit. So you really didn't get your shit.
Yeah, so hopefully when I drop it on the scale,
It needs to be above.
It needs to be above. Yeah, and if it's
you're
not,
getting, am I getting 5.5 of chicken or y'all were selling me the wrap?
yeah, that's included.
Because I'm
in
gonna
the
reuse this.
Yeah,
I'll give a couple dime bags.
Like-
Anyways,
seriously.
but yeah, I'm gonna
try
check it out too for
Yeah, I
sure.
won't
For
lie.
sure.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna go to the store just to see,
Just to
even if
see.
I'm not gonna buy no meat.
She said, I knew you niggas would. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
this back. You niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
I swear, if they do a manager, give me a manager.
God.
Like,
I'm gonna grab as many as I can and weigh them and see.
Yeah.
Nigga, I need something. 15 packs of chicken unweighed, right?
Yeah. That's wild.
yeah.
Yeah. Somebody got to see.
Yeah, fact. You got to talk to me about something. Give me a $100 gift card to get something.
I'm telling.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you.
Boise, Idaho native whistleblower on Winco shot dead in park. I said, "Holy fuck!"
Walked out of Red Robin, all you can eat fries.
Got hit by a bus. What the fuck? Oh my god! I was just in the parking lot. What's the bus doing in the parking lot? Episode 71. It's been another real one, huh?
Yup.
I'm not gonna lie, cousin. I might stop calling you cousin after that Drake discussion. You might just be a nigga I know.
He's not like us. Not like us. Not like us.
I need you to know it's not because he's light skinned. That's all.
Great. Facts. But I'm your host, Shame. Again, episode 71 in the books. Here with my motherfucking co-host.
J. White, the FI guy. Spend less than you make. Invest the rest when you're planning projects. Plan for a little more than you had anticipated so that you don't find yourself
Stressed out.
in a spot, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
man.
where you can't turn the value down, but you might not got it around, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to, yeah, we eating ramen noodles and shit. I'm glad the kids is all on it anyway, you know
He
what
said
I'm
we on
saying?
the Taki diet.
Yeah, we gonna continue to eat the bulk chicken, and we're probably gonna go to 73 ground beef for a while until we bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Look, a couple months ago, I was like, "Oh, 7% body fat, baby." Oh, and it might be.
Motherfucker.
How did you spur something? How did that spur
Because-
anything?
Last time I got my hair cut, I forgot to bring it up to you, nigga. So you remember when he told? Remember when he told us how he went and got the dryer and his shit broke down?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me why the niggas didn't just put his car in neutral and push it out of the driveway. Instead, the nigga drove in his own lawn to get to where he could jump his. Tell me that.
It's 1,000% on me.
On both of you dumb niggas. I don't know who it was. I know who it was, but I don't actually know who it was. That nigga's just as stupid.
Why?
I don't
The
know.
nigga's car died in the driveway. This is the yard. Instead of this is the car. This is the yard. Instead of them neutral, push the shit out. The nigga whose house it was drove into the yard to
Oh,
line
my
up
gosh.
hoods. Two grown ass men, nigga. My other co-host. My other co-host.
Yeah, I'm Kelly Kell. Make better decisions. Find different. No, I'm just playing. Life is lifing. So continue to use your group and your people because I think they're there, even if you don't see it yet.
Oh yeah. Again, we appreciate you guys. Episode 71. We're just trucking along. You know what I'm saying? We're about to round that corner and we're gonna be at end of year 2 before you know it.
For real.
So we appreciate everybody that's supporting. Make sure you like, share, comment. We want to know what you guys think. You guys agree with J Dot? You agree with Kev? You agree with me? Let us know. You disagree? I want to know for sure. So we'll see you guys next week. We appreciate you.